Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. Starting off with health news, sponsored by 4M Dental. Love your smile again. COVID cases are skyrocketing in Nevada, with more than 2,000 new cases reported today. That's the highest three-day total in Nevada since April. We've been seeing the state's COVID metrics trend upward for weeks now. Experts say this is largely due to the highly contagious Delta variant. And with those rising numbers, the American Academy of Pediatrics is now recommending teachers, staff, and students wear masks for in-person learning. According to AAP, masks are necessary due to the number of students nationwide not eligible to receive their vaccines. Now to your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. Southern Nevada health officials are recommending masks in public spaces. But recommending masks is one thing, people following that recommendation is another. Review Journal's James Schaefer has more.
As of Monday, at least one Las Vegas Strip resort is requiring employees to wear masks indoors, regardless of whether they're vaccinated. This in light of an uptick of cases in Nevada and LA County recommending residents to avoid traveling to Nevada due to an increase in COVID-19 cases. Since May, the mask mandate was lifted and an honor system has replaced it for guests on being vaccinated. Amanda Bellarmino of UNLV Hospitality said, "We are in a very tricky place. However, with the increase in the number of cases, it does make sense for there to be some return to masks." Bellarmino acknowledged it would be hard for tourists and residents to go back to previous guidelines on facial coverings. For the Las Vegas Review-Journal, I'm James Schaefer.
So far, companies going back to facial coverings, the Venetian, the Palazzo, and the Sands Expo and Convention Center. All employees there are required to wear masks indoors. The Review Journal is owned by Dr. Miriam Adelson's family, majority shareholder of Las Vegas Sands Corporation. In other top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Officials are giving us a clearer timeline on when McCarran International Airport could be renamed after former U.S. Senator Harry Reid. Review Journal's Renee Summerhour explains how the rebranding could be completed by year's end. Renee?
Jen, this announcement coming from Clark County Commissioner Tick Segerblum, who in April spearheaded the vote on renaming Las Vegas's airport. County commissioners voted unanimously in favor of the new name change this year. The approval came with the stipulation that no taxpayer money would be used. A McCarran spokesperson said it will cost an estimated $7 million to completely change the airport's name.
County Commissioner Tick Segerblum is pretty confident that they'll get this renaming process underway here soon. He's aiming for September. Right now, there's only one donation in the county's fund. It's $1 million from a businessman here in Vegas, but he said he has commitments from several other, major names, but he wouldn't give any names up that can, get this other money for the $4.2 million needed to get the initial works going.
An update on the donation account is expected to be heard at Tuesday's commission meeting. Jen?
Over in Nye County, a child abuse case at the now closed boarding school ends with plea deals. The two owners of Northwest Academy faced a total of 92 felony counts of child abuse and neglect. On Monday, Marcel Chappuis pleaded no contest to 2 misdemeanors.
Pleaded no contest to 2 misdemeanor offenses of disturbing the peace. He's also agreed to a stipulated fine of $1,000 per count.
Patricia Chappuis will plead guilty to a gross misdemeanor count later in Tonopah. Now a check on your weather, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 hour's here for you. Another round of thunderstorms rolled through the valley earlier this afternoon. Thankfully, it wasn't as severe as Sunday with the flash flood warning in place and drivers in the Henderson area dealing with dangerous conditions. And expect more rain for the rest of this week. It's expected to be a humid night with temps dipping down to the 80s tonight. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're looking at warmer temps with only a slight chance of rain. Then we'll start cooling off later this week with highs only reaching the 90s. A nice break from the triple-digit heat and more of that much-needed rain.
Here's your sports update. Mark Bedane has resigned as the Raiders president. Effective immediately, Bedane will be replaced by Dan Ventrell on an interim basis. Ventrell was most recently the team's executive vice president and general counsel. Raiders owner Mark Davis said in a statement, quote, "Mark has been an integral part of the Raiders family for 30 years. His efforts in helping to build the most magnificent stadium in the sports and entertainment capital of the world will never be forgotten." Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoky and Cigar Shop. Las Vegas resident Colin MORIKAWA is 20-1 to win next year's Masters and adjusted odds at the Westgate after his victory on Sunday in the British Open. John Rahm and Jordan Spieth are the 10-1 co-favorites, followed by Dustin Johnson at 12-1 and Brooks Koepka at 14-1.
Now to your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. Guess who's returning beyond the grave for some ghostly fun? Nevada's favorite paranormal investigator on TV, Zach Baggins. He says his haunted museum in Las Vegas is doing well despite the pandemic, and his new episodes of Ghost Adventures will premiere on Discovery Plus on Thursday, with the crew visiting Utah's Great Salt Lake and its century-old music venue, the Great Saltaire. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Oakmont of Las Vegas Assisted Living and Memory Care, the best care for the best life. A Summerlin resident gets more than 2 million views on YouTube, all while making a difference. BYRON PETERSON had a stroke which left him with a speech condition so rare, the company Tactus Therapy recorded video of him as an educational tool for colleges.
And we talk to other people, right?
We talk to other people.
And I talk to other people. I drive to other people, them.
A lot of people in aphasia will be referred to like being put in a closet. And I didn't want BYRON in a closet.
BYRON's video inspired the character Gertie in the movie Ice Road starring Liam Neeson. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have Amazon Fire TV, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here tomorrow for more 7 at 7. Good night.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.